One of the things that I like about living in Kansas City is that it's full of so many creative people and places. Today, Gloria and I are vegging out at the Idea Loft, Kansas City's creative space for team thinking. If you're interested in learning more about the Idea Loft, check out Chuck Dimer's website, brillianceactivator.com. I've also got one of my gal pals with me today, Ami Freeberg, Program Assistant at Cultivate KC. It's a great organization, and their website is cultivatekc.org. Ami is pretty darn creative herself, so today she's going to show us how to make vegetarian tamales. Let's get creating. Ami is my tamale expert, so she's already alerted me that the first thing you need to do before you make your tamales is to soak some corn husks. So what I've done is I've got a bunch of corn husks soaking in hot water. That way they're going to be nice and pliable, so we can fill them with our great stuff. While those soak, Ami has got some masa, corn masa, in a big mixing bowl here. And masa is simply dried corn treated with lime. It's kind of like a fine corn flour. So she's mixing hot water into the masa, and I'm mixing some ricotta cheese, which is our substitute for lard. Traditional tamales would be made with lard. So instead I've got some ricotta cheese, some olive oil, and some salt. So Ami,
baking powder is in
oh,
there
and
too.
baking powder, thank you. Baking powder, I think it makes it get a little bit fluffy. So tell us, Ami, why tamales?
Well, I love cooking, and it's just one of those things. I love to go out and eat in Mexican restaurants, and I love tamales, but most of the time you can't find a good vegetarian tamale.
Yeah, that's right.
Occasionally a cheese one, but it's hard to find. So I decided one day, actually, I have a twin sister, and she and my mom were out in LA. She lives in LA. My mom was out visiting, and they're like, we're going to make tamales. So they did it, and I was like, well, if my sister can do it, I can do it too.
A little sisterly competition. I love it. I love it. So she's got this mixed, it's sort of like forms a dough. Yeah, it almost looks like a pie crust or something. Now we're going to add the cornmeal to the masa mix. So Ami's got some cornmeal that she's going to beat into the masa mix as well. Now I'm going to add my ricotta mixture to Ami's corn mixture. Tamales are appropriate to Veg with Lisa right now because they're traditionally served in Mexican households at celebration times. And Gloria and I are celebrating the near completion of a really successful first season. We've filmed about 25, 26 some odd episodes, so we thought it was appropriate to celebrate with tamales. Now I've got some vegetable broth I'm going to add, and Ami can just keep working this dough. Now that Ami's done all the hard work and mixed up this batter, this is kind of what it'll look like. It actually almost looks like raw cookie dough at this stage, doesn't it?
It's a little bit lighter than the cookie dough. But okay. Yeah, it's got a nice moisture, but everything's stuck together.
Today we're going to fill our tamales with black beans, toasted pine nuts, roasted red peppers, some chopped Kalamata olives, and I've got, as an extra special little treat, some of Farmer Lou from Urban Gardener. Yeah, Lou's the Urban Gardener. Some of his smoked Anaheim chili peppers. They are out of this world. We've got two kinds of cheese, a fresh goat's cheese or a chèvre, and cheddar goat's cheese. For those of you that might have a problem eating dairy, goat's cheese is, I think, the most digestible of all cheeses, so it might work fine for you. It's nice. Ami, could you put any kind of fillings in the tamales?
Yeah, when I've done these before, I did a butternut squash puree with goat cheese and black beans and some of Lou's peppers in the black beans. So one of the things I love about working with Cultivate Kansas City, I work on an urban farm, so I get all kinds of produce. So it's really neat to be like, my fridge is full of carrots and whatever. You can really play around. Adding lime really ties some of the flavors together to make it one filling. Lime juice, cilantro, that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
Mexican flavors.
Awesome. Okay, let's get our husks out and start making some tamales.
So then just put a little bit of the batter right in the middle. You're going to need to be able to fold up the husk in all 4 directions. So that
and this is a hands-on activity, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And you probably are going to need a little bit less.
A little bit less?
Masa than that, yeah. Looks good. Yeah, and I'm going to mix and match. I don't think I'm going to do all the same. I want one with some black beans. I put some loose smoked peppers in there. And then I think I'm going to go for the goat cheddar as the cheese of choice. It's probably a little bit like that. All right, so then to fold it up, we're going to, first go from along the long side. So fold those 2 in, and you can see how it totally covers all our stuff. And then we're going to fold the ends up, and the bottom first can hopefully get tucked under, and then we're going to go ahead and fold the top down. So it makes one little neat package to tie with string. It's great to have a buddy when doing this, so one person can hold it and one person can tie it. And then just tie a little knot. You can either go all the way around or just...
Can you make a package?
Yeah, you can do a little package. That works. There you go. There's your tamale, all ready for the steamer.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Check it out. Ami and I have been folding tamales, and now we're ready to put them in the pot. Since Ami is a tamale expert, check out this bad boy here. Gonna put the lid on, let it steam. Make sure you don't boil your tamale pot dry. And how long, Ami?
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
You can kind of feel when the wrapper will peel away.
All right.
You know they're ready.
Usually you can smell them too.
Also, if you don't want to buy a massive specific tamale pot, you can use just a regular pot with a steaming basket of some sort or a Dutch oven.
Yeah, so. Good. So, check them out. Aren't they just darling? I'm just going to unwrap. Oh man, this is so awesome. Look at that, I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, this one looks like it's got some pine nuts and some black beans and some of those smoked chili peppers. I can't wait to taste it. My friends at the Cellaret helped me pick a Spanish red. It's a Rhone blend, a blend of 3 varietals. I think it's gonna go great with these vegetarian tamales. And it does, it's delicious. Some fruit, some raspberries, maybe some cherries. It's a nice, very complex. Yeah, that works. Glory chose a Mexican beer because I made her. She's not a big fan of Mexican beers, but as it turns out, I am. So let's see how this one goes with our tamale. Glory, that is good. You've got to have a Mexican beer with your hot tamales. How do you say bon appetit in Spanish? Ole. Ole!
Okay, in Spanish, bon appetit is buen provecho.
Buen provecho. Gracias, Ami.
Salud.
Salud.